guys, it's Emma. Welcome back. Today I am going to take you with me as I freshen up a few spaces for the summertime and show you how I am styling some thrifted finds. Some of them newly thrifted, some of them just being rearranged throughout the house to make things feel fresh and new. If you are new here, welcome. As I said, my name is Emma. I am a mom of identical twin boys, and I love sharing about how we implement the Montessori philosophy and specifically bringing the ideas of beauty and order and giving things a place into our home to really help support the needs of everyone in our family. So this dresser that I just rearranged here was actually up in our bedroom, and we moved it downstairs because we got a new dresser for my husband that offered a little bit more storage, and he claims that this dresser had a smell to it and made his clothes smell. So I am repurposing it to use it for all of our linens and placemats, handles for setting the table. I just did a little freshening up on this pantry shelf. I had picked up a few indoor houseplants at the local greenhouse, just wanting to bring a little bit more life into the house. And I didn't have enough pots, and I didn't necessarily want to buy one. So I repurposed this basket and just put a Tupperware in it that fit perfectly and have planted my new pot in it. And I just really like how this space has come together, just little places to give your eye to look at. This beautiful vase was a gift. It's Polish pottery. Polish is my husband's heritage, so it's so fun to collect those pieces. This Last Supper picture was a gift for our wedding. It's just perfect in this dining room space. The table runners were found secondhand. This blue one on our dining room table was a centerpiece at my sister's wedding, and the other one I found at a garage sale years ago and had it in my classroom, and now I'm using it in my home. This green shelf actually we did buy at the Goodwill years ago for like $40, I think. So it's been a great little shelf. It actually matches our kitchen cabinets really well. It just feels so good to freshen up this space and make it feel so welcoming. I found this little picture at a garage sale for like $1 or $2. I just thought it was really sweet. I love to set up little spaces. So here are all of the things we need for plant watering. Just some little house watering cans and a few little rags for spills. It's a little cutting station in here in this little shelf. I've been storing all of the small kitchen tools that my children can use. Little choppers and the smaller silverware for them. Now, I had found this little dome at a garage sale years ago. I think it's just such a special way to enhance and draw attention to little pieces. So sometimes I rotate what is inside. Right now, it is this beautiful statue of the Holy Family. This cart was a fun garage sale find. I found it for $10. I didn't know exactly where I wanted to put it. And sometimes when I'm setting spaces up, you can see here this was actually on an earlier day. I tried it out in this area and I ended up not liking it. It just felt a little bit too small for that space. But sometimes you don't know until you try things, or you might even sit with it for a day or two and then realize that's not where you want it, and then you try a new place. This is just part of the process of rearranging. I ended up putting it in between our couch and our chair as kind of like a side table, and setting it up with a lamp and some books for reading to just like cozy up on the couch. I always take these opportunities to get a good vacuum and a cleaning as I go about rearranging and freshening up areas. It's not every week or even month that I really move all the furniture and get a chance to do those deep cleans. So when I'm in the process of switching things out, it's always nice to just run a quick vacuum or dust a few things in the process. This little paper holder I also found at a garage sale for $15, I think, and I know that over the years it is going to change how I use it, but right now it seemed like it would be perfect to hold some of our books, even like our library books, so that I can keep track of those ones rather than the books that we own. And it's just kind of cute, adds some definition and height to this little side table, and I just really love this little nook over here. I have tried to keep toys in the living room at a minimum. So you see I have those books, and on the lower part of the shelf I put some puzzles and a few board games that the boys can play. In that cabinet in the corner there are our board games. I found the sweetest oil painting at a garage sale just the other week, and it was $2. It was just such a little special find. I love the pop of color on this small white wall. It's just great. I also found this frame, but I didn't love the picture in it, and so I just popped it out and put in one of our wedding photo canvases that I had, and it worked really well. The funny thing about this piano area is I've had it almost decorated the exact same way since I did it the first time when we moved in. And that just tells me that I like it. I enjoy it how it is. And I'm sure as the seasons change, like especially as we get in like a Christmas season, I would probably change it up. But I think we've just done a very classic, simple decoration on top of the piano that has worked in many different seasons, and I don't find myself changing it very much. So a simple dusting was all that it needed. This space has really come together since we moved in. I've added a lot of new pieces to our home since we moved in, just finding the right pieces of furniture for the things that I need to store. My favorite addition is probably this secretary desk. It's an antique made from the Amish. It is beautiful. I'll put a link in the card here of when I was getting that all set up. This entryway cabinet was also a thrifted find. I found it on Facebook Marketplace for $100, which it is solid, and I just got such a good deal on it. I find that so important for me throughout my day to just kind of look around and see beautiful things, especially when sometimes the house in and of itself can feel dirty or is dirty and cluttered and messy. When I have these spaces beautifully prepared, it helps me and I really enjoy them. So this is our boys' room. They are 2.5, and they actually don't both sleep in here. One of them sleeps in here, and we have another small bedroom with a mattress in there, and my other son sleeps in there, and it just makes sleep that much easier and smoother having them separated. I have a whole video about twins and sleep. I will link it up here in the cards as well as in the description box below if you are interested in that. But we do all of our dressing and getting ready for bed and all of that in this space. So we've kept it relatively simple, very kid-friendly. Books, a few toys. Found this little rocking wicker chair at a thrift store, so I just added a little basket of some books. This is our boys' little Montessori inspired wardrobe. We added these little rods, making it more accessible for them to hang and pick out their own clothing. These are dressing chairs, just a place for the boys to sit while we get pants and socks on when we're getting dressed. I have 2 sizes because we're kind of in between sizes, and there are 2 of them. Play silks are such a fun, open-ended thing to have for little kids, so I just secured this little peg rack to hang their play silks up on. Alright, coming up here, you guys, I am going to be adding a lot of new pieces of artwork and things on the wall that I recently found at a garage sale. This painting picture is one. I just thought the colors went really well in our room. It's pretty simple and classic, and it was $3. I just wanted to change out the sheets, freshen it up, get it nice and bright with our white bed linens. Our bedside tables and lamps were both things that I had thrifted or found at like a boutique antique shop. These lamps are probably the favorite ones that I own. I think I will forever be on the lookout for great lamps at a good deal. And I just think lamps are so key in making a space feel cozy and warm, inviting, especially a bedroom when you're in that room, often in the morning time and in the evening time, which are both times of the day when I would prefer soft lighting. This rug is a new addition. I got this at a garage sale for $50. It's a 100% wool rug. I thought this little corner needed a little something, so I hung up some pictures that I had got from our wedding and added my new laundry hamper here. What a game changer to have a laundry hamper with a lid that I can't see the dirty clothes. I actually ended up getting some more hampers with lids for the hallway upstairs, and it is life-changing when I don't see my dirty laundry. I think this space has really come together well with my husband's new dresser. It's just a beautiful piece of furniture, these new additions of artwork, and just the brightness of the walls and the linens. And this new plant just makes it really peaceful and cozy. This chair was a chair that I had in my classroom. I bought it years ago, probably 8 years ago at this point, when I knew I was going to be teaching in a Montessori school, and I knew that I would be doing a lot of observation of the children. And so that was my observation chair. I would just sit in it daily for 5 or 10 minutes and observe my classroom. Little objects and knickknacks, clutter and things that we're not quite sure what to do with or where to put, and I just put those things in a little beautiful container, and then I don't have to see them, but I get to see something beautiful. So I'm always collecting and picking up little beautiful canisters, containers, dishes, trays to place and put things on to make them more beautiful. I didn't think it was possible, but I found this mirror at a garage sale for $20. It is almost the exact same mirror that is downstairs in our entryway, and we need to raise it a little bit higher. I just put it on the screws that were in the wall from this other mirror, but when my husband stands in front of it, it cuts off most of his head because he's so tall. So we'll need to raise it, but for now it is at least hung and safe on a wall. So I just cleaned it up. I have this bookshelf right at the landing at the top of the stairs where I keep all of our children's books, and I just gave that a quick little tidy. I found this other print for $3 at a garage sale. It was the same place I got the mirror and the print for above my husband's dresser, and it's just adorable. It isn't behind glass or anything. It's a paper picture, and I just think it's so cute and old school and just kind of fun. So I added these 2 laundry hampers upstairs. One is for the boys, one is for towels, and I also brought up our little drying rack because with all of the outdoor water play this summer, I just find that we have a lot of wet clothes that need to dry before they get into a hamper. I found this new shower curtain for $1 at a garage sale, so I washed it up, ironed it, and hung that up in the bathroom. It just adds a nice pop of color and is kind of summery for this summer season. So we're headed back downstairs. This is our sunroom. This is kind of on the front part of the house. I found this piece of artwork. It's an oil painting for $3. Yep. And I just liked it. I thought it fit this space pretty well. I got a new houseplant as well, and just kind of simplified the top of this shelf. In this room, the lower shelves are where I keep the activities for the boys and things, I'm going to take you along with me on another day as I set out some new Montessori inspired activities. But for today, this is what we have. I found this sweet brass lamp at a garage sale the other day. It didn't have a great shade, but I have this other little shade that I had been holding on to for a while, waiting for the right lamp to come around, and it did. So I just created this little cozy space in our kitchen. Then just adding some fresh herbs into some vases and pitchers helps to just add some life into the kitchen. We've been growing a few herbs on our deck, and sometimes when I'm at the grocery store, I'll just pick up a bunch of parsley. It's less than $1. It stays green and fresh on my counter for over a week, and I just love looking at that bright green throughout the day. And I thought filling our window with these green herbs would just maybe even inspire me to make some different meals in the kitchen this week. As I was freshening up the kitchen, I started on this little project of making a little cover for this 3-tiered sewing drawer that I have turned into our junk drawer, and where I just hold pens and paper and tape and those types of things that normally belong in a junk drawer. I have put it onto my counter, but the top of it doesn't have a cover, and so then I can always see into all the clutter. And so I just pulled out some of my sewing things. I had this cute lemon fabric scrap, and I just measured out the shape of the top of it and added a little bit of felt and used an iron-on adhesive to secure the lemon fabric to the felt, and it just came together really quickly and covered that part to just hide that extra bit of clutter and make it a little more beautiful. The kitchen can get so busy and cluttered and easily overwhelming, and one thing I look for when I am thrifting is just beautiful little containers, jars, canisters, and things that I can transfer our food into. So just putting the oil into a glass oil jar. I have been collecting these jars to put all of our dry pantry things like rice and oatmeal, flour, cornmeal, and they can just be displayed out on the counter and look beautiful, but are also functional and save on space in the cabinet. I have had so much fun creating these spaces and making them more beautiful and homey and cozy on a budget. This would not be possible without finding things secondhand, thrifted at garage sales, and it is a labor of love, I will say, spending time finding those pieces, looking for it, thinking through what would fit in that space, and it's definitely something that I love to do. It's amazing what just a little bit of thought and intentionality does to make a space feel more homey, more peaceful, more inviting and calming for those who belong in that space, while also keeping it really functional and really meeting the needs of those who use the space on a daily basis. Thank you guys for joining me as I styled all of my new and previous thrifted finds. It's so fun to change up a space a little bit, move things around, create beauty that makes a space welcoming, cozy, inviting, and intentional. I will see you next week for another video. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye. God bless my little kitchen. I love its every nook, And bless me as I do my work, wash pots and pans and cook. And may the meals that I prepare be seasoned from above, with thy great blessing and thy grace, but most of all thy love. As we partake of earthly food, the table for us spread, we'll not forget to thank thee, Lord, who gives us daily bread. So bless my little kitchen, God, and those who enter in. May they find naught but joy and peace and happiness therein.